Good morning, Gills fans, and welcome back to another edition of Gills in the Blood TV. We are having a look this morning, myself and Boz, at the 2-1 Checker Trade Trophy win this past Tuesday evening. Unfortunately, we're going to have a little chat about the departure of Josh Wright and also a look ahead to Saturday's game at home to Shrewsbury. We'll start with the EFL Trophy. You obviously didn't attend. I was flying solo with the Match Day Live with the help of my 3 lucky charms and my dad. I thought it was a decent performance, but one bit you pointed out on, because obviously I've done a lot of talking on the Match Day Live, you watched our footage. Talk to me about Connor Wilkinson.
Well, going forward he looks good enough, don't he?
He was impressive, especially first half. Yeah, he's quicker than he looks as well, and the one that we caught was...
Must be confident. When I see the Gills highlights, like he went through 3 or 4 players and shot just wide.
Yeah, and he remember he did that in pre-season at Chatham a couple of times. I know it's different levels of opposition, but it's that he's good at giving himself half a yard and dipping that shoulder onto his left foot. But talk to me about that.
There's the other side, isn't there, where it's going to cause us problems if he's not available.
Well, you watched it, the Match Day Live, and you can hear me in the background quite clearly calling him an idiot. Because it's stupid. Yeah, when you've already been sent off in your first game at home, and then you do that, and it's not too dissimilar. So
he doesn't need to do it. It's not like they're clean through on goal or he's desperate to...
No, just point it out from the back. All we've got to do is keep our shape.
No need at all.
So obviously we said at home to Bradford, we didn't think it was a foul because he was trying to block the path of the ball coming out.
However, as soon as I've seen it back,
but whether we're right or wrong and whether we think the referee was right or wrong, once again, he's given the referee a decision to make.
Yeah.
And I think I tweeted or said to someone off air, is he lucky that the Southend keeper runs 30 yards and shoves him?
Because then it almost booked as well. And
it deflects attention away from Connor's tackle because the ref has something else to deal with quite quickly.
Because he's looking at the aftermath, yeah.
I think I'm not sure it wasn't John White, because he'd gone off injured. Yeah. And it wasn't Anton Ferdinand because he was up front by that time because he tore an hamstring, so I'm not sure who it was. But regardless, if they'd rolled around and the keeper had not been involved, I think it would have been a red card rather than a yellow card.
Just need someone to just say to him,
it's accumulation as well. Yeah, you look a good player, but you're going to waste yourself not playing games. You could be Lionel Messi, but if you're suspended for half a season, you're no good to anybody. The other side of it, Mr. McGlashan got himself involved again. You wasn't there.
Doesn't do himself any favours when he comes
back. For me, it was a red card. To me, it wasn't too dissimilar to the Stephen Hunt one on Pedicek them years ago when Pedicek ended up with a fractured skull.
You see the pictures after as well.
He comes out and gets the ball and slides normally the keeper, and it's not. There's no motion from Jermaine to jump over him. He puts his knee down into his face. So from that respect, I think 2 lost teeth or whatever it was and a broken nose. I think Stephen Arnold's got really lucky, but performance-wise, he was very good. He made a save from McGlashan first half, where he's come out and spread himself.
I think second half, where I might just let McGlashan get the better of it anyway, so down low.
That was first half. Yeah, when McGlashan got on the inside of him and pace. Yeah, and to be fair, not many people catch Glashan before we get the Max Amar haters.
That was just one thing I picked up. Did he get the better?
But you mentioned him. He was very good. Ben Nugent, absolutely superb. He's been called Big Ben by the Gills squad already. He literally didn't miss a header. And he looks decent enough with it. He's left-footed, so again it gives balance. So yeah, all in all, a decent exercise, and a win's a win. We needed a win to get going, didn't we?
Clutching some straws, yeah.
So that's the positives. Josh Wright, your take on it?
It's not a coincidence, is it? It's not a one-off. It keeps happening.
In terms of players,
Jet,
big personalities.
You know, it's just...
There's loads of them, isn't there? Jet,
it just seems like if you've got a pair and you're going to stand up to him, I don't think he likes it.
Yeah, it could be construed that the fact that Mr. Pennant maybe doesn't like people that have an opinion or influence in the dressing room, and he just wants a team full of, or a dressing room full of yes men.
But that doesn't get you very far.
Because on the pitch, if they're
exactly, he's not on the pitch.
So if they're shrinking violets on the pitch, what are we going to do if the game gets tough in the game? It's like, Tuesday night somewhere horrible up north when it's peeing hard.
I understand people saying no, he's not a legend, there's no overreaction.
He's not a legend. It's not, I don't think he's a legend.
I don't think many people
he's not played enough games.
No, but it's the way it was dealt with again. And for Pennant to come and call him out publicly on Saturday afternoon, whether that's happened or not, that needs to be dealt with in-house. You don't need to make that public. You can just say there's been a disagreement, we decided to go our separate ways. You don't need to dig the player out.
Yeah, again, it's just AD trying to be a fan and trying to say what we can say, but we can say it because we're not employed by the football club, I think. For us as fans,
I don't think it sends a very good message out to anyone.
Because someone tweeted me and said, "Oh, you can't have it both ways." he's gone public with it, yet you moaned when Bradley Garmston's injury was covered up at the beginning of the season. That's slightly different. The reason I was
Because there
frustrated at the beginning of the season,
nothing
it was because Bradley
twice,
Garmston, we found out because Bradley Garmston tweeted or put something on Instagram, so why are we finding out from the player before the football club? And then the delay yesterday or this morning.
Josh Wright, I didn't need to be announced, right, but he could have just said, you know, he picked up a knock yesterday, or he could just say, I just didn't fancy him, and I thought there were better options.
Yeah, and then dealt with it when it all became apparent.
It
It just seems silly, and it creates, regardless of, I think I've said plenty of times, regardless of who was right or wrong, it's just caused more unwanted
and the thing that's bugging me most
emphasis on us, isn't it?
Is people saying, oh, there might have been trouble behind the scenes, but Nelson's now our third choice, possibly fourth choice goalkeeper.
He's fourth choice, effective, isn't he? Yeah.
And he's still being paid, and he's not being paid off. So
it's a strange one.
Rather than bringing money in from Wright, you're sort of...
Yeah, we look like we've cut off our own nose to spite our face.
And you're still paying Nelson to not play.
Yeah, because we could have sold him, and we could have got, even if we got 100 grand or 75 grand. 75 grand is better than just...
I think recently, even like deadline day, someone would have put in a bid if they knew he was available.
If they was desperate for him, and they knew he was on the cheap there, because we could have got, like you say, even if we just got 75,000, that's better than just letting him walk away for zip.
Yeah.
But it's done. We have to move on. Whether we rate him or don't rate him, obviously I've said plenty of times, some people rate him higher than others. I rate him, I think he's very good. Some people don't, that's fine. But like we said, the biggest thing it keeps coming back to is there's just ways and means of doing things, and
it's just very unprofessional. Again, like go back to last season, Nick Rochdale when he came out and said we defend up 12-year-olds.
Yeah, and he called Dacky overweight.
And you know, if you're gonna, you need to say it to the players in private. You don't need to make it all public all the time. And
again, I've just tweeted literally the last hour. Jet, Cody, Dak, Josh Wright have all left the club since Ailey come in. That's 42 goals from last season. I think I've just tweeted, our current squad has scored 32 Gills goals between them.
Yeah.
So again, regardless of whether people agreed with Jet leaving or whatever, and I did because I thought he was lazy, but that's 10 less goals that our whole squad's got at the moment than 4 players had last season. So who's our top scorer in our squad?
From last season, Max Amer.
There's your concern.
Who's our tweet isn't even first choice anymore.
He's not guaranteed to start every league game if we play 4-4-2. Anyway, enough of the negativity. We'll try and move on to Saturday, home to Shrewsbury. I drafted a predicted league table. I've not actually managed to publish the piece yet on the blog, but I had Shrewsbury to finish bottom of the league. And then what, third?
I didn't make out any signings till like a week before the season started, I don't think.
Who's the manager? Paul Hurst?
Paul Hurst, the ex-Grimsby guy.
Who's done, well, he's working miracles at the moment, to be honest.
They can't have a massive budget, can they?
I can't see being any different at all. So won their first 3, drew at the weekend. That was the first points they dropped. So what, they second in the league or third?
Yeah, the top half.
So, in terms of, like we said, their squad, you look at it again, they're almost similar to Fleetwood. You look at them and you don't think, that player stands out, that player stands like we had a Dacky or whatever, or Sheffield United last year had a Billy Sharp or something like that, or this year Wigan have got Ivan Toney or something like that. They look like they could just be similar to Fleetwood if they can keep it up. I'm not sure yet.
Fleetwood quite a way last season.
But obviously the one link is Stephen Payne, who's now joined on a permanent, so it'd be interesting to see him come back on Saturday.
Weekend, I think, didn't he?
I think he did score last week. He's definitely off the mark this season. In terms of team news, I've not seen a great deal today. I've been at work, so.
No, I don't think it's been made public just yet.
But I don't think there's any new injury problems from Tuesday or Saturday. Obviously, Gabriel Zaquani's unavailable due to
Wilkinson misses out for his
World
last
Cup
game.
qualifiers. He's still suspended. So what are we thinking of? I think he's got to stick 4-4-2.
Oh yeah.
So as good as Max Amer was Tuesday, I think he might go Lacey Nugent centre half. It'd be Holy in goal, I think.
Yeah.
Although Steve Arnold was very good. Luke O'Neill right back. Connor Ogle left back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Scott Wagstaff's done enough to start, so I'd probably go with Lee
I
Martin.
would be against starting Josh Parker.
I'd probably think Lee Martin and Josh Parker. Josh Parker's just scored. So what, Martin from the left, Josh Parker from the right, is probably going to be Burnham Bingham in the middle. And I think it'll be Eves and Nash up top again because they didn't feature the other night. Eves was on the bench, didn't come on. And obviously Liam Nash wasn't even in
there. And there were signs of promise between those two last week. I know Eves was poor first half, but once they got going to...
Yeah, second half we said, didn't we? Like, Eves was a completely different player. He was almost unplayable. He was like beast mode almost type of thing, and he so much adrenaline and stuff like that. But Nash, he done really well for the time he got. Close game again, I think.
Yeah, I think originally I predicted 2-1. Now I'm thinking it's probably... I think a draw would be a decent result.
Considering their start, yeah, but I'm just thinking now we've built a little bit of momentum, so I'm going to go what you said originally. I'm going to go 2-1 Gills and be positive. So don't let me down, please, Gills. Don't kill it all. We've had a decent week so far, aside from Josh Wright leaving. So I'm going 2-1 and you're going...
I said 2-1 originally, so I'm going to have to stick with it.
So we're both
60
going for
guns,
wins.
yeah.
Oh, that's a worry. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. We see you Saturday afternoon at the ground for Matchday Live. Please keep doing the usual. It is only 2 now for 500, so please get us there as quick as we can. And until next time, up the Gills.